Okay. So, good morning and good evening here in the Philippines. So, can you hear me, guys? So, just let me know because this is first time I've been doing this uh, directly on my YouTube channel. I'm using my phone. It sounds good. So, let me check. Okay, dokie. Okay, so the sound. So, hi, Miss Manny. I would like to ask Miss Manny if my audio is good. Hi, Scott in the word. Is it good? Hi, everyone. So, okay, there you go. The audio is great because this is first time. First time. Okay, anyway, welcome to my live streaming. So, good morning in your time, and good evening in my time. So, before we gonna start, I will have a little weather forecast, especially here in the Philippines. So, uh, today is uh, today is October 4. Okay, October 4. Uh, 7 p.m. here in the Philippines. Okay, so there's a um, the Jenny is the 10th tropical cyclone to enter the Philippines of area responsibility. Hey, brothers doggy, thank you for coming. Uh, Typhoon Jenny will bring a heavy rain here in the Philippines, strong winds, and extreme northern Luzon. Like in the international name is Koino. So, once the bear month starts here in the Philippines, we're expected a lots of, typhoon. Okay. And Jenny was the 10th typhoon coming here in the Philippines. Okay, so Jenny was the uh, last seen at 350 kilometers east of Basco Batanes, but it's not really strike on Central Luzon. This is in east of Basco, or extreme northern Luzon. Okay, and carrying wind a speed of 165 kilometer and gusts of 205 kilometer per hour. So the typhoon Jenny well expected to leave the Philippines area of responsibility by Thursday night to Friday morning. So I hope that because you know if it's there's a typhoon here in Philippines, some area there's a they're very flood prone area. So I want my people to be safe, especially by during the typhoon situation. Okay, so our subject for today, I no, not for today in your time, but tonight in my Philippine time. Okay, so our subject for today is why Western men choose Filipina women for the love. So this is very interesting discussion because I know a lot of Western people, they want to they really wanted to have a Filipina wife. There's so many factors that Filipina can you can have. Hello, it's Rosemary. Hello, sister. Thank you for coming. So this is not StreamYard. I just go straight on my phone. Okay, so Miss Manny, thank you for coming. And I'm I'm excited also to know about, for those Filipinas here on my live chat, and also for, for women in other country that, I really want to know your opinion and comment about that. Okay, so for for Filipina, it's just like it's there's so many factors that we're really proud of ourselves. Why Western men they love they love Filipino or Filipino women because of how we uh, treated our men, and especially for those married to a Western man. You can tell, guys. Okay. Oh, Scat in the world, I see it. Thank you. Oh, you're I appreciate that, Scott. So feel free to ask me a question. Okay. I will I want to hear that. Okay. Thank you so much, Scott, in the world as I see it. So for those Western men, okay, what is your what have you noticed about a Filipina women, Filipino women compared to Western women? What's the difference between the Western women and Asian women, particularly Filipinas? Because I'm gonna tell the good factors being a Filipina. uh, okay. This is the thing, guys, that when it comes to unlike oh, hello, Ham. No, thank you for coming. Thank you. So this is one thing. This is the first time I've been doing this, directly to my channel. Okay. Then then the streamyards, I can pop out the your comments, guys, but directly to to YouTube going live. It's not as same as doing in uh, StreamYard. So all your comments is coming out, okay? But I cannot really pin. So, but guys, I really appreciate you to coming to my live streaming. Okay. So I have so many, so many things that I want to share for those Western men. And about about Filipina. And then for those ones to wants to know about the personality, the personality of Filipina, because a lot of Western uh, men married to a Filipina. Okay, so now let's start Filipina. Filipina itself, the word Filipina. Okay, so as a Filipina woman, there's this the thing that makes their hobby, for those, this is I'm talking about to a married Filipina to a Western man like me, that we make our hobby, the king of the house. Okay, the king of the house. That's very common for a Filipino. Not only not only for Filipina married to a Western man, but also for a Filipino man. Okay, that's how we treated our men. We treated them like the king of the house. Okay, and showers. Okay, not shower, showers. Showers them with a lavish love. That's the best, the best for a Western man that married to a Filipina. We always showers them with love. And you can tell, for those Western men, you can tell Western men, especially they married to a Filipina, they will agree about that we Filipina, we showers them with lavish love. And remember, for Western men, remember we're still the boss. We're still the boss, but different, different angles of relationship. But like I said, that for a Filipino women, we treat our hubby the king of the house. Okay, but like I said, we're still the boss. We're still the boss, but in different category. Yeah, different category. Okay, so here's the thing about Filipina women, because we cannot, I understand. Okay, I understand for those, for those men, not only for Filipino men, also for Western men, that sometimes, especially when you go to the mall, of course there's a lot of pretty girls. Okay, pretty young and very, very attractive. You cannot really, you cannot really avoid you cannot really avoid to look on them, but you don't have to look it too long. That's the thing, for Western men. That's the thing. Okay, just look it, but don't let your wife or girlfriend that you're staring with that, with that woman. Okay, because here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm gonna tell you guys. Okay, be ready. Be ready to see the sudden transformation of a beauty into a beast. Because I'm not saying this as offended to Filipino women, but this is the truth that a lot, a lot of Filipino women are very jealous, or very very into the jealousy thing. So be careful, guys, if you go to the mall. But for me, I'm not really into the jealous thing. Okay, because I know my husband. I know my husband. So, like I said, be ready, because I'll give you an idea for all Western men that it's okay, to look on the, especially when you go to the mall. Pretty girls in everywhere in the mall. Yeah, especially they're young. But don't let yourself, if your, if your partner will cook you, because the beauty will turn in, it suddenly your wife transformation. It's very, very quick. Okay, and then that thing you're gonna walking you out of fantasy, because there's a beast. But this is, that's, I'm just saying, I'm saying, about that. For all Filipinas, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Pauline, hello sister. Thank you for coming. So that's the thing that uh but in the other side, it's just like Filipino women are very, are very caring, very sweet, loving. Okay, so it's just like, it's common for us, because it's just like, we don't share our, for men, they don't share the woman to another man. Like us, we women, we don't share our men to another woman. So it's just like mine is mine. I don't share my man. Okay, so we share food, but when it comes to our men, we're gonna stick on our man. Okay, as long as our man is good to us, we can stick in our partner until the last breath that we have. I'm not saying Canadian bread in Philippines, honey. Thank you for coming. Hello. So I'm not saying that, because there's also Filipino women are not really into the thing that I mentioned, but majority of Filipino women are very, loving, very respectful, very loyal. So many factors. As long as, especially for those Western men, as long as you're good to a Filipina wife or Filipina girlfriend, I guarantee you guys 101% that woman that you choose to be your girlfriend or uh, your wife, they will stick on your side for better, for worst, for sickness and health, till death do us part. Okay, so I'm so excited tonight because I really want who will be the sponsor of my show tonight. That would be a good, that would be good challenge. That would be good challenge to my, to my live viewers now. So I'm very happy if you will be the sponsor of my show tonight. Okay? So I have super chat there and super stickers. Or you can drop into my PayPal. That would be fantastic. Okay. So I already share about, there's so many things that you will know about, that's the reason why I have no doubt it, because a lot of Western men choose Filipino women to be their partner or to be their wife, because you can see the difference how we treated our men compared to Western women. I mean, Western women. So I have been to a lot of I don't know, guys, if you're familiar. Oh, yes, Kat. Thank you. You're the sponsor. You're the sponsor of my show. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So, I've been through uh, visiting a different kind of, passport bros channel. And you can tell, guys, you can tell there's a lot, there's a lot of, you know, not only passport bros, okay, a lot of expats that, they, they compare, it's way different how Filipino women treated their partner, particularly for those married to a Western man and Western women. It's way different. And I can tell you that, guys, because I'm married to a Western man. Okay? And, it's just like, it happens that, I don't know, guys, for those men's here on my live show, if you're familiar, the average man and plug. Okay? So, he visited Philippines last April, so he stayed here for a month, and then visit to Thailand, and then Vietnam. It's just like it happens that uh, his dad his dad died, so he he planned to go back here in the Philippines after visiting Vietnam, but he can't do that because what happened to his dad. And then I was so shocked because of about because before he came here in the Philippines, he does so many story that he heard about about Philippines. So, and then it's challenge for him, to visit Philippines, just to know about, what he heard from other, especially for those Western women. Because, here's the thing, guys, that I don't know if you're very familiar about, the tech talk about how, how Western women treated Asian women, particularly uh, Filipina, uh, Thailander women, because there's a TikTok that there's a black women telling that uh, for those brothers came to this country because especially they said that Filipino women, they cannot speak English. They're not educated. No, it's not. It's not true. In fact, here in the Philippines, we have so many women politicians. We here in the Philippines, we're more into empowered women, not feminism or feminist. So they just it's just like, okay, so this is the thing, this is the opinion that I saw those women saying Filipino are not educated, they can barely speak English. So it's just like, think about it, there's a lot of Filipina won in the beauty pageant, Miss World, Miss Universe, and so many, so Filipina won on the title when it comes to beauty pageant. And I think it's just, for me, they just baseless. So here's the thing, guys. I mentioned about, the black American vlogger. He's from Ohio, Cincinnati. And he realized, oh, all the allegation that he heard and he saw online is not true when it comes to Philippines, because they said that Philippines is a third world country. No, it's not. Philippines is developing country. So for those, for those Western people, go on this place that I gotta mention with you guys. Go to BGC. BGC stands for Bonifacio Global Center. You can see there's so many high-rise building, 4-star or 5-star high-rise building. There's a lot of, 5-star hotels. And also in Ortigas Center, there's so many high building, uh, big malls, and also Makati City. Makati City, that's the central business capital of the Philippines. So I don't know this, I don't know this Western women. Why are they saying that, why are they saying that, Philippines is a third world country? No, it's not. Come on. Because, for me, it's just like they base on what they saw. Because, way back before the World War II, okay? So you can, during the World War II, they showed that, Filipino people live on the NEPA house. No. Just go to Ayala Alabang village. That's a very exclusive village for those billionaire in dollars and also business tycoons. They live there. If you go on Makati area, Forbes Park, one of the oldest and famous exclusive village in the Philippines. Not only Forbes Park, they have also Dasmariñas Village. You can see they're not, they have mansions there. There's a lot of, Filipino, uh, Filipino rich in, not only in peso, but in dollars. They're billionaire. So I don't know why they're saying that, but, it's just like, let's go back to, to the, his name is Jerome Craig. He was so shocked because, and, he stayed here for, for 1 month. And, guys, he really loved the Philippines, the culture, the hospitality of Filipino. He really admires that. And in fact, I invite me and my husband. We invite him to have a dinner with us. And this is so funny, guys, because as a Filipina, okay, uh, our parents from the start that we know how to wash the dishes. Our parents are very, very they're the one who in charge, especially if they have, daughters. They're very responsible to teach us, from the start that, we can able, to hold the plates. We have, my especially my parents, they once we eat on the table, this is for Filipino culture, okay, that as a kid from the very young age, we train that, after we eat, we cannot leave our plates on the table. We're very responsible to bring that plates after we eat, to bring it on the sink. We're not doing that for other people. We do that for ourselves. So that's the good thing that we're really trained. And then the years goes by. Of course you're getting older. So that's the time that each according, especially my mother, it's according how old we are. So if like 7 years old, 8 years old, you have to start in, it's according on your age that my parents teach. Like, like I said that, 7, 8 years old. So we really trained that, this is what I noticed, a lot of kids, not only that, they have to train that once you're done eating, you have to bring your plate on the, on the sink. Okay? So it's common that. So I was shocked because, and this is the thing that I always hear, especially for, for black women, that cooking and cleaning the house, especially if they're married, cooking and cleaning the house is slavery for them. But I don't understand because here's the thing, guys. Okay, how you consider you are a slave if if you live in your own house? It's so ridiculous because for me, who is slave is the man because the man needs to get up early in the morning. He has to get up on his ass, go to work, and then stay there for 8 hours. It depends, if there's a chance that they can able to go to overtime, they do, just to bring extra money for his family. So I think the husband is the slave, okay? Because the wife just it's common, if you have wife, of course the wife will responsible for the house chores, okay? Because the husband is responsible to provide for his family. That's how I look, guys, okay? For for those, I don't know how do you look about the about your husband, or the responsibilities of of the the wife and the husband as well. So when Jerome, because I let them talk with my husband first, and while I'm cooking, so he was shocked when I'm wearing my apron, because for me I always wearing apron. It's just like it's just for me. It's normal to wear apron, and then he said he never seen that in his life, that there's a woman grab the apron and put it in wearing it in preparing the food. And he was shocked because I have four types of menu that I serve for him, and all the food that I serve all Filipino foods, because I want to introduce a Filipino food for him. And I also made three type of Filipino dessert. And then I have I share also, I want him to try also how good the Philippine mango. So I, including the fruits, I have four dessert. He was so shocked. So it's just like, okay, he now he go back to the matrix, and once other women there saying about bad thing about Filipina, and then they just shake his head because it's not true. Because he went here to the Philippines, he experienced that, how Filipino women or how Filipinos treated him. As long as here in the Philippines, guys, for Western men, as long as you follow the laws here in the Philippines, don't worry about that because you're safe here. Oh, thank you for coming, Lizzie. Thank you. So that's the thing that oh really, you shocked? But for me doing that, especially I'm a married to a Western man. For me, it's just like common cleaning. And in fact, after we get married, my husband asked me, "Would you like to hire for a house help?" And then I told him, "For what?" I'm just wondering why my husband asked me that. No, it's not a big deal for us, for a Filipina to clean the house and for cooking. No. Here's the thing, guys, that this is so funny because, the only thing Filipina complain or get upset when it comes to cooking if there's no food to cook. As long as for those Western men, as long as you have stock of food in your freezer, in your pantry or cabinet, don't worry about your food after after your work. You will really enjoy because before you open the door, the food that your wife, Filipino wife, preparing for you, you can really smell that. Oh, you're really excited, you're really excited to try that. That's how Filipina treated their men. And this is the best thing that, when it comes to Filipina personality, guys, okay? We are very also, what do you call that? Hardworking. And we are also extreme good, like I said, extreme good cooks and homemakers. Yeah. So for us, it's just like very, very common. Very common. So, and I'm surprised that because, I've been watched also. Wanga Lady Official, hello! Thank you. Thank you for coming, Wanga. So, I'm not surprised if if you're married to a Filipino woman for Western men because this is, the best personality that you can get when you're married to a Filipino woman. And Filipino women are also recognized for our beauty. Like I mentioned that, there's a lot of beauty titles that Filipina won. Okay? And this is the best, the best thing that I really proud. I'm really proud of Filipino women because no matter what, we're family oriented, and we really listen, especially for our parents. As long as if our parents advised us for the sake of our goodness, or for the sake of our or our future, 100% will listen to them. Well, I'm not saying that Western people are not like that, but as is not us, as not us, our bonding, especially when it comes to family, as not as close as we Filipino. Hi, Bruce, David. Thank you for coming, Bruce. So, are you agree with that? Are you agree with that, Miss Manny? That I mentioned about the the Filipina that we can really recognized as a you know we recognize our personality when it comes to treated our partner. So, and for those Western men that wants to know about Filipino women, all you have to do, just be serious, okay? Because especially for Filipino women, we're not really into the traditional, because if you're gonna look into, literal Filipino traditional, you cannot really talk the Filipina, the traditional, the original traditional Filipina, because uh, they're very shy. They're hesitate to talk. Um, well, there's a slang words that we call that Maria Clara, that they're very conservative for everything. Okay, for everything they're very conservative. That it's just like, okay, here's out of 10 for for the real traditional Filipino women. It's just like maybe the 1% is now it still exists, but the 9% is that into a modern traditional Filipino women. But it doesn't mean that traditional were very very like liberated. No, it's not. We still have conservative thing, but it's not as the what do you call that, the real traditional Filipino women. Okay, Canadian bread and Filipino honey. Hello, bros in Wanga. Mm. For those ones who wants to bid, who wants to bid Scott in the, for sponsoring my show tonight. Who wants to bid? So, because if you really want, because there's a lot, guys, of particularly about the passport bros channel, and some of expats, because they just there's categories that they want to share for Westernmen. Okay, this is Philippines versus Thailand. Okay, so they said if you're young and you want to explore, your life, go to Thailand. Okay, just for fun, just go to Thailand. But for those, especially for those elders that really want to settle down, they advised go to Philippines, because uh, women's here in the Philippines, if you're serious to be part of their lives, they're very serious also, and they're very family oriented. I'm not saying that Thailand they are not, but they are family oriented too, but it's not as um, strong in the Philippines. We do have also here, we have also bars here, but there's some areas as not really as well known in Thailand, particularly Pattaya. Okay. So for Western men, I think to find a good team, I will recommend Philippines. Filipino women. That's a good team. To start family. And well, I'm not saying that there's also that Western people married to a Filipina. It happens also that the married the marriage life is not successful. Some failed, but it's according, it's according your your team. Okay, because if if you're both serious about about having a family or to create family, I'm sure that that relationship will last long or will last longer. So it's according, it's according how you pick a woman, a Filipino woman. That's that's the important for Western men, is just like how you pick a Filipino woman to be to be your future wife. And I still believe that there's still a lot, of Filipino women that they're they're good. You can tell that these women are are not westernized. It's just like sometimes the opportunity, especially especially on the countryside, some they don't have communication, like like this. This is another kind of communication to find a good mate, particularly Filipino women. This is this is another type of communication. But some, like I said, that there's so many women that they don't have opportunity, because they don't have gadget to communicate. But but still there's still a lot of good Filipina, very very loyal. But like I said, that for those for those Western men, you have to be honest. You have to be honest your intention, because that's the important, that you have to tell your honesty to a Filipino woman. Because a lot of Filipino women, they expect that you know if what they think, that's that's how they how they interpret. But just some Western men, they don't really honest to tell their intention. That's why all of a sudden that the Filipina, it's hurt, because she expected this man is his future future husband. But the Western men don't think that way. So like I said, be honest, tell your intention. Okay, so if you're gonna tell your intention, okay, so for those Western men looking for for a good wife, and you think this woman is capable to be part of your life, as like wife material, or she's a keeper, then tell your intention to her. And I'm sure the relationship that you build on her, it will last long, because from the start you tell the truth, you tell your intention towards her. That's that's very important for Filipino women, that we don't really look on your on your personal, in your the look. Okay, we really look into the thing that are this man is serious to me? Is this man I can I can trust? I can rely on everything on him. That matters for Filipino women. Because I don't know if you're if you're aware also, if you're watching also, because there's a lot I don't know if you're familiar with these guys, the Campbells. He's a black. American, and he's paralyzed. But you know what? Because his intention to a Filipina, they married, huh? They're married. He tells his intention to this Filipino woman, and you know what? The Filipina woman don't care about his situation because he tells his intention towards her. And then the Filipina accept and married to him, even though he's in his half of body is paralyzed. Okay, because it's not all about the look. I mean, it's all about your intention. So everything is impossible if you're honest, your intention to tell this, not only, okay, not only for for Filipino women, also in Asian women. Just be honest your intention and be responsible. If your intention is to marry her, be responsible about that intention towards her, because I can guarantee you guys that if that's what you're gonna follow, your relationship will last longer, and you don't feel your relationship with her is a miserable because you're honest towards her. So that's important here for Filipino, that we really want your intention. So if your intention is not as what Filipina, just be honest, okay? So it's up to her. It's up to her if she wants to deal with you or not. All you have to do, just tell your intention. Simple as that. Sam Cooker, hello, Sam Cooker. Thank you for coming. Your gloves friend is here. Oh, Sam, why don't you sponsor my show tonight? Because I'm gonna buy a lot in different types of gloves. Okay? Not only disposable gloves, Sam. I can give, a silicone gloves, colorful silicone gloves. Alizi, hello. Thank you for coming. So I'm gonna challenge you, Sam Cooker, to beat, the sponsor that that I got right now. Okay. Thank you for coming, guys. I hope that you love my topic for tonight. Just let me know, guys. Feel free to ask question. I would love to listen that, and I would love to answer that question came from you guys. Don't hesitate.
Answer Davis.
What?
Davis question.
What's the answer? What's the answer, Frank? I can't really know. Sorry, guys. The question I cannot really pop out. It's just like like unlike the StreamYard. So what's the question about?
Miss Tate, what you think about if the woman cooks and the man says clean dishes? Are you or any Filipino okay with that?
Okay, so I have Frank need to tell me the question. It's that came from who? Davis. Okay, so the question here. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you how you deal with that. Okay, so
That came from Bruce Davis.
Bruce. Okay, Bruce. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that question, Bruce. So it's up to you, Bruce. If you're married to a Filipina, it's up to you if you can, how you're set up. Okay? So it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter for a Filipina if you help her. Okay? Doing stuff like that is no big deal. But for me, huh? Uh, when it comes to cooking, I'm the one really in charge, you know. I don't let my husband wash the dishes, okay, for me. It's just like that's the way that's the way I look on the thing. That's the way I do things like that. So like I said, it's up to you, it's up to your partner. But it doesn't matter, if your partner, if your partner, if your wife will allow you to wash the dishes, why not? If you're willing to do that, why not? That's a good, that's good thing that you help her and she helped you. So it's just like give and take. But like I said, that it's up to you how how your partner deal with that. Because, for me, it's just like, oh, Frank, I know, especially for Western men, I know they can able to cook, they can they can able to wash the clothes or, clean the dishes. But for me, it's just like, I give, I give respect, to him that, no, because here's the thing, Bruce, here in the Philippines, it's just like, especially if you're married, it's just we already know that we don't really force our husband to do that, because especially if your husband is work 8 hours a day. So it's just like for us, okay, we responsible for that kind of doing, and especially inside the house. But it's just like we appreciate also if our husband help us. But as a Filipino woman, we don't you don't need to do that. It's just like if you help us, okay, if you help us, just a big bonus, so that all the all the chores will uh, uh, done fast. Well, it's just like it depends. It depends. It depends how you deal with your partner about that. But for me, I don't let Frank wash the dishes. But if if he wants, especially if I'm not feeling well, yeah, I let him wash the dishes. But as long as I can, as long as I can, no. He has no right to touch to touch the sponge or what. When it comes to cooking, yeah, I'm always in charge of that, always in charge about that. The only thing that I ask him is to what food he wants me to cook for him, because here's the thing, guys, that it's very important to me. The food that I cook to him is the food that he likes to eat. Okay? It's just like, it's different, because, you just eat because you need to eat. But it's totally different, guys. You just cook the food that you love to eat is way different, because, you enjoy every, every flavor that that's in your mouth once you chew it. You enjoy, especially you love that food. Okay. So here's the thing, guys, that for me, especially, I don't really want that food. It's just like you need it. You need to eat because you have to. So it's just like you eat fast because, okay, I'm so tired of this, But, if you love the food that you eat, oh my God, it takes long, to finish that food, because every bite that you had, you enjoy, the flavor, the texture and the taste. So, it's just like, in, in, in a relationship, Bruce Davis, it's according how you deal with your partner. Okay, it's up. It's up to you. It's up to both of you. But I can see also that there's a lot of there's some they're very they abuse their partner because they know that their partner, like men or women, they just abuse because they know that it's hard for their partner to say no. But no, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tolerate that, because here's the thing, guys. When it comes to when it comes to Filipino women, especially if your husband and wife, okay, we always makes our hobbies, or our husband is the king of the house. So we always give honor, we always give value, we always give value to our men, and we treat them like our king. So that's very important. So the only thing that when I do house chores, I just tell to my husband, I'm tired. But he never heard from me that I complain. I also tell him that I'm tired. But I don't complain about that. Okay? And then this is the only thing that I really like about him, because if he hear that if he hear that I'm tired, because he knows I work hard, I clean the house. Here's the thing, guys, that if you go on my house, you can able to sleep on the kitchen on the floor without cover. You can still sleep on my kitchen, because I don't let my kitchen greasy. And I can guarantee you guys that you can still sleep on my kitchen without worrying that there's a cockroach coming out or what. That's why I love, I refuse, I refuse him, to hire a house help. Oh, thank you so much, Oji Pogi. Thank you. And sorry, guys. I'm so late, to say thank you to who's coming here. So that's how because for me, this is my castle. This is my castle. I have to take care of my castle. Azamira, hello. Thank you for coming, Azamira. So that's how I but I'm not saying all Filipino are like that, but majority we are like that. Or let's say out of 10, maybe 20% they're not like me. 80% they're like me. Because there's a lot also Filipina, they have money, so instead doing for themselves, they just hired house help to do that for their partner. But me, I do everything for my husband. That's I'm very proud about that. And so, like, this is for the newcomers here on my live streaming. There's so many best personality of Filipina. You can also know about Filipina. Like we work hard working. Yeah, so that's here in the house. I work hard just to maintain my castle, because I want my king feel comfortable, feel relaxed. So I did that for my king. Kiss and keeps it simple. Hello, thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget, guys, to give me a thumbs up, okay? So for those, for those men, Western men that married to a Filipina, just feel free to share your experience with your Filipina wife, okay? So there's so many, there's so many good things if you choose Filipina to be part of your life or to be your wife. I can tell you guys. This is not, this is not a sugar coating, This is, this is the facts. So anyone wants to beat, the 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 sponsors, the sponsored, you know, who wants to be a sponsor, be sponsored on my show. Who will be uh, beat on that? Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, Kiss. This is, because this is the thing also, guys, that I really want also to share this, especially for for those Western men that first timer to come here in the Philippines, because it's not what you say that um what do you call that? Other Western women talks about Filipino women is not, unless unless you come here in the Philippines and you will experience that in yourself, because I don't know these women. I'm pretty sure that they never been here in the Philippines, because like I said, that Philippines is a developing country, is not third world country. Okay, so here's the another another Filipino women characteristic. My tongue need to. So yeah, I agree. I agree. Not all Western women are bad. I'm not generalizing that, kiss and kips. Okay, this is, for those watching on my live tonight. Don't think that I'm generalize. Okay, I'm not generalize Western women, but majority are like that. So it's just like Filipino women. Not all Filipino women just like me, okay? But there's a certain percentage that majority are like me. It's same way with with Western women, okay? I'm not generalize Western women. Of course, some Western women, they are, they're good, and, they're loyal to their partner, but not all, okay? So just, just to clarify that, okay? So I'm not generalize Western women or Asian women, particularly Filipino women. All right? So here's the Filipinas characteristic, that I really want to share with you guys, especially for those Western men. Okay? So we, Filipina, very committed, very committed. I tell you, maybe 10%. Oh, okay. Well, it's just like, it's just like I'm saying that, kids and kids that, I'm not, okay, I'm not, maybe 10% are good in both Western and the Philippines. Well, like I said, we cannot really, we cannot, like me, I don't, I don't generalize about when it comes to Western women and also Asian women, particularly Filipino women. But, there's a but about that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because for me, I'm not putting down with Western women, but it's just like well, like I said that I'm not generalizing about that either Western and uh, Asian women, because this is the thing that when it comes to Asian women, they generalize. I don't know, kids and kids, it's simple survival. If you're familiar about, it's just like, just go on TikTok. um, I forgot the name of that, on the name of that TikTok, because, they said, go to Colombia, go to Philippines, go to Thailand. They can't speak English. They're not educated. So on that statement, they just generalize. But me, I'm not. I'm not generalized. So yeah, like you said that, yeah, right. It's according to the code of ethics, morals. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, for not only for men, for women also, that it's according to he or she's standard. Hold on, guys. So I have to plug my my phone because there's a 19% battery, so I need to charge before it's running out. Oh yeah, I agree with that, bros. Oh, hello, my muzzles from Brazil. What's up? Thank you for coming. Boots on boots. So our subject for today, boots on boots, is I no today in your day, in your time tonight, is very interesting. Why Western men choose Filipinas women for love? Oh yeah, it's okay. No problemo, mi amigo. So yeah, it's like, okay. So here's the thing, guys. So I'll example myself. When I was single, okay, I went to a dating site. So I don't want to mention the dating site because it's not sponsored on my show. But I went to a dating site. So all the profile that I written there is according my qualification. Okay. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. And here's the thing that the one thing that I tell that, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm looking for a husband. So, in a relationship, you have to open about your intention, especially if you're starting dating with this either Western, either Asian, particularly Filipina. You have to tell your intention. You have, because that's what that's what happened to me, because I found my mate, same qualification. You're right, kids and kids, that it's according, the quality of the person, the mate that you're gonna look for it. So I've been talking a lot of men, but they're not what do you call that? They're not similar to my qualification. I'm looking for a husband, not a boyfriend. Oh, and then I found Frank, and the same, the way I think, the way I deliver my profile message on that dating site is same with him. So it really clicks, and it really clicks on that situation, because he's not looking for a girlfriend, he's looking for a wife. That wife can able to bring what can the woman bring into the table. So when it comes to what a woman can bring on the table, so many factors about that. What a woman can bring on the table, not only for a love, not only for so many factors, not only for food. You might also you can bring also responsibility. So that's how I understand about that, what a woman can bring on the table. It's just like a lot of Western women, they said that, oh yeah, I agree with that kiss. There's a lot telling a lie on the dating site. But like I said, I'm not, you know, okay, kissing kids, I'm not saying that all, people on the dating site are liars. But, it's just like majority of people there is, let's say, 90% telling a lie, 10% is telling the truth. Because I'm one of those, the 10% person that telling the truth. And that's why also, my husband. So that kind of quality is, it's clicked to us. And this is what happened. He came here in the Philippines and he married me. That's the thing. It's so many, it's just like when it comes to, this is the thing when it comes to relationship. It's not only one person in charge about, giving. Not only one person responsible for, for the love, for care, for financial. It's just once your couple, it's just like, it's a team. But sometimes it's hard to do a team if you're not really, compatible, because the wife will not agree on the husband. Sometimes the wife don't listen, and sometimes also the husband don't listen to the wife. So it's hard to make a team. So if you're really successful to in a relationship to create a team, you have, you have to, you have to very, what do you call that, mentally, mentally compatible. Because for me, I'm not saying that all the things that Frank, but I'm the type of, I'm the type of person that I always listen what he tells me, and his opinion, it means a lot to me. Okay, so if there's something that about, we do discussion. Oh, hello, Shuffle. Thank you for coming, Shuffle. If there's discussion that I'm not really into, agree on that, so I have to share also to him, this is my opinion about that. And he also, he also studied that, he also realized that my opinion makes sense. Okay, so it's just like, guys, in a relationship, communication is very important. Okay, so it's just like, it reminds me of, of Frank told me that for a, for a wife, especially if you're, 5 years, over 5 years married, everything changed. Everything changed, especially with the, with your wife personality. Okay, here's the thing. So if your wife, okay, if your wife bought a dress, and you can tell that, uh, her body changed, is no longer as same as good when she was, when she was first year after married. Okay, you don't want to hurt your partner, you don't want to hurt your wife, but you have to lie. Okay, so let's say if your wife is, it gained weight and wearing that, and you can tell, oh, in yourself, oh, she's no she's no longer good about the type of dress that she wants to wear. But you have to tell a lie, because you're gonna hurt her feeling if you're gonna tell the truth. Okay. So all you have to do, just eat uh, biscuits, or cookies, that your mouth is, that's your mouth is full, and that's the time you can tell her, and she thinks that you agree with that. Okay, but it's just like me, for me, because before, before we get married, my body was very slim, you know very slim. And for myself, almost 5 years we've been married, I feel something that, my but that's, puts on bots, that's, they call it white lies. Okay, because there's a reason why you lie, that because you don't want to hurt your wife feeling. Okay. So it's just like, I'm just complain, what, during the lockdown, guys, I'm just crazy about do workout. Oh my goodness, every day I do workout, guys. I do workout every day. And for me, I feel that, I'm gain weight. For me, I'm fat. Seriously, guys, I'm fat. But Frank told me that, sweetheart, you're not fat. I don't know. I don't know. So I'll sure that, Frank's mouth is not full of biscuits. Okay. I'll make it sure. Oh, okay. But it's just like, well, it's just, I hope that, for those married men, I hope you understand about, about this kind of behavior of your wife. Okay. Okay, what if the man gain weight? Oh, that's great. That's great kiss, because it means that the wife, she's a good cook. Okay. That means that the wife, she's a good cook if the husband gained weight, because that's what happened to Frank. First time I saw him, when I in the airport. Oh my god. Look at him, he's very slim. I think puts on boats, your body fit is just like Frank. First time I saw him. My god. But you know what? Since that I I'm a good cook, he's no longer like that. Okay? So, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank. But I love my husband. That's why I always serve good food to him, because he deserved cared. Okay? He deserved love and deserved respect. Boots and boots, huh? If don't feel, for those men, okay, if you gain weight, no big deal. No big deal for a Filipino partner. Okay, no big deal. Because people will think that, your wife love you very much. Okay? And she cook her ass off good. That's why you gain weight. Miss Manny, oh yeah, I think that's for love. That's for love. Especially Miss Manny loves food. Hmm. Well, it's just like, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's just like, my love, seriously, guys, I just want to share with you this, guys. My love for my husband is profound. That's a profound love. Okay. Yeah. Because I don't know, because we Filipino, we love to eat. Guys, this is, don't surprise, guys, for those Western men that you have a dating Filipina, or you don't be surprised if your Filipina will tell you, you eat, because we eat more than 3 times. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. We have snacks, and sometimes midnight snack. Not only 4, 5 times. Um, yeah, it's just like me. I gain weight. Okay. But it shows me that my husband love me, because he always provide. Oh, my cabinet, my pantry is full of food, my freezer. So I really appreciate that from him. Oh yeah, Shuffles. Yeah, I'm sure that Puts on Boots will take note that good good notes. So Okay, let's go back, let's go back to my subject, because, I really want to share this about, about Filipino women, so that for those, for those Western men wants to find a Filipino mate. So you have some ideas, and then by the time that you're gonna meet this Filipino women, you don't surprise, okay? You don't surprise about that, because you already some ideas about our personality, okay? So for when it comes to dating a Filipino woman, it depends, because, like I said, for, for, let's say, for a regular Filipino women, we're not really into the fancy thing, just bring us, we love also go to, fancy things, but for regular, rich, it's according on your budget. If you want us to bring to the fancy restaurant, why not? Um, if you bring us, to the food court in the mall, we also good that. Okay. If you bring us, to the street food, well, no big deal. Okay, because regular Filipino loves street food. Okay, so we're not really into the fancy, fancy dating. Bring us to, to. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that's sweet on you, Puts and Boots. Always gentleman. you know if you do that, money will love you if you always gentleman to her. Okay, so don't worry about dating Filipina, and then well, it's just like there's a Filipina that rich, they just prefer to go on a fancy date, but for a regular Filipino, it's not really a big thing for us. Okay. And let me share this, because I'm before I stop and talking with you guys, the last discussion that I mentioned is about Filipina characteristic. My tongue is characteristic. Mm. Oh yeah, shuffles. I don't know some. I don't know Filipina on the live show, because me, I love street food, particularly like fish balls, squid balls, quack quack. Quack quack is it's a quail egg. That's why we call that quack quack. Or if you want big balls, you can go for the chicken eggs. So that's why tok nene. So I love that. I love that um, street food. The quick quick. The eggs, different types of balls with the vinegar, spicy vinegar, lots of chopped onions, and also sweet chili sauce. That's good also. I love that. Okay, so Filipinos characteristic, we we Filipino committed to a building strong foundation for the family. Yeah, as long as you're good to us, we're really, as somebody called the Ghostbusters. Who guy? Okay, why put on boots? Because we love to eat balls. Ghostbusters. Okay, so uh, Filipino women's were very committed into a building a strong foundation for the family. Okay, as long as you're stick on us, we make it sure that our family is protected. We make it sure that our family is in good term. That's how we, that's how we Filipina do. Oh, shuffles, yeah, the quail egg is so good. Oh my god. Maybe I can eat, over a dozen of quail egg for that. It's really good, right, Miss Money? The quick quick is really good. I love the dipping sauce with a lot of chop of yellow onion or red onion. Oh my god, I love that. Because I eat onion. I love. I just especially the big yellow onion. It's just like Frank when he look at me, he just shake his head because I just eat the yellow onion as like like an apple. I love yellow onion. Yeah. I'm very I think that's the reason why Frank is very that I think that's the reason, Frank, that you trust me because I'm honest. Even though guys, like Frank said, he gave me money. So for women, they already think, oh, this is my money. Why should I return the change? But me, I'm not like that. So as long as there's a change, I just return it back. And then he said, just put it there, my love, because that's our money. His money, my money. We're not really his money, my money is my money. No, we don't treat it that when it comes to money. It's ours money. It's ours, sweetheart. Not not only him, not only me. It's ours. So I think I'm very grateful because when it comes to money, Frank trust me for that because I'm not a selfish and greedy when it comes to money because I know how to give value every penny that we save, we got. So I give value about that. Okay, so for Filipina characteristic is we are committed to building a strong foundation for the family. And here's the big thing. It's I'm very proud. Not only for Filipino women married to a Western man. Oh no, that's enough for me, kiss. So I'm not really into I'm not really brand and conscious. Okay, for those guys, this is my blouse. What do you think, the price in this? Either peso or dollar. What do you think, the price of this blouse? Anyone, especially for men, or you can, for women also can guess how much is this. You can convert into dollar or peso. Because like I said, I'm not really into a luxurious brand. Okay, it doesn't matter for me. As long as I like the style, I like the color, I like the fabric, that means a lot to me. I don't care if that's it's just like I buy that in the market. No, I'm not really into the brand thing as long as I'm comfortable. So anyone can guess how much is this the cost of my blouse? Ah. Oh no, we're no, this is not okay, okay, Miss Money. You know, Miss Money, I would love to go to Okay Okay, but I'm not very patient about go to Okay Okay because I have allergy, and I can't stand, I can't stand, the smell of the clothes that they put. I don't know what they spray. It keep me sneezing once here's, the thing that, I really avoid to sneeze myself, because when I started sneezing until, I have a runny nose, and then I have teary eyes. Okay, okay, lami. Quick, quick. Oh yeah, puts and boots. Lami good. Lami good, quick, quick. You learned some Bisaya, huh? That's good. That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, for those, not all, not all. For those rich Filipino, they don't, they don't go to ukay-ukay. In fact, here's the problem, here's the problem, because, uh, why a lot of, go to ukay-ukay? Because it's according, it's according how big is their budget. New, $10? No, $10. Well, let me do a mathematics. Okay. I don't have calculator, so I have to do math. Okay, so the currency here is 56.40 into $1. Okay. Okay, so the price of my blouse, guys, okay, it's over, $4. It's over $4. $4, huh? Hello, matipid na lolo. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So here in the Philippines, we call that, ukay-ukay. So my blouse, this is only $4 over. $4 over. Because, in peso, this is, 250 pesos. Oh, yeah. Boots and boots, I'm not really into that. Yeah, seriously. This is my blouse. This is not okay. This is brand new. So this is only $4 over. Okay. So in peso, Philippine peso, this is only 250. So imagine, I'm not really into that. But, I feel comfortable with this blouse. Seriously. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Puts and boots. Frank told me that, especially summer clothes. He told me that, he preferred me to buy a lot of summer clothes here in the Philippines, because it's way cheaper compared to the States. Because, this is, the quality, this is good, I like it, because, when it comes to, I really look also the way that they tailored, the clothes, or the dress. Yeah. So it's better, to shop here in the Philippines, because, unless for those Filipinas that, they're very curious about, the luxurious brands, of course, 20,000 pesos is not enough. It's just one piece of, if they go to Chanel, if they go to Louis Vuitton, if they go to Gucci, or or what other, Hermes, Prada. Of course, it's not enough to 20 pesos. But for regular Filipino, oh yeah. So imagine this is my, I'm good. I'm good with the $4 over blouse. So I'm look comfortable, but I don't know, guys. How does it look to me? What do you think of this blouse? Yeah, if I have $2, 200 or 100 to 200 budget for my shopping, oh my God, there's still change. Even though I have $1, 100 bucks budget for my shopping, especially my shopping for my clothes, I still have a change because I'm a good shopper. So imagine, guys, okay, you're still good, you're still good wearing, wearing like this, it's according how you handle, that kind of clothes. Well, the only thing that when it comes to my gym shoes, because, excuse me, I'm very, one of my favorite when it, yeah. Oh, here's the thing, guys, that, Frank gave me the first wedding anniversary, guys. This is, a Prada, a Prada, a wallet for our wedding, first wedding anniversary. He gave me that. That the price of the wallet, the Prada is about $1,000. $1,000 in Philippines is just like about over 56,000. Because he asked me about if there's a chance that you would love to have, what was what was that? And I told him, because this is the first, this is the thing that when we talk online, he asked me, because during the time that I was working, my male boss, this I noticed about him, when he go to office, this is what I noticed, he's wearing Prada shoes, he's wearing Prada belt, everything made of Prada. And then I have no idea because about that kind of luxurious brand. And then I wish also that, imagine 1,000 bucks of a Prada wallet. Oh my God, how many months I'm gonna work for that before I can get that? Okay, so that's my dream. So that's what Frank gave me the first wedding anniversary. And you know what, guys, I really love, because that's the first gift that I ever received for my entire life. Okay, so I always take care of that. My Prada wallet. Especially if it's raining, guys. I don't let my Prada wallet to get wet. Before I go, I just put it inside a Ziploc. That's how I give value about that. Yeah, that's, and then I told him that, ah, I'm good, I'm good. And then every year that we have uh, wedding anniversary, I just told him, a simple, I don't want myself to spoiled about, giving, having a expensive gift from my husband. No, I'm good with that. I'm good with that, because one of my dream to have, the Prada, because I was so curious about my boss. So now, I'm good. And then, he mentioned that, oh, you want another, you want another Prada purse. And then I told him, no way, $1,000. I'm gonna build a business for that. I'm good, I'm good with the local, with the local brand of, a purse. That's enough for me, you gave me, a Prada wallet. I'm good with that. So that's I am. I'm not really into, I'm not really into the brand thing. Yeah, because especially here, Miss Money. Guess majority majority of people has no money. Look at them. They have branded. They have branded T-shirt. They have branded watches. They have branded. But try to ask if they have if they have if they have bank account, or if they have money on their bank account. Majority, they will tell no. Some, they have bank account, but they don't have money on their bank account. Oh my goodness. But like me, but there's a lot of Filipino women. They love luxurious brand. But me, I'm not really. I'm not really, because when you died, you can't bring that on your grave. Okay. So I just warning Frank. Oh, Frank, don't spoil me for that, because I will not take that. Excuse me. Especially the first time. It happens also. This is the first time, because first time I went to a fancy restaurant. I don't know, guys, for those men coming here, for those Western men coming here in the Philippines. Are you familiar with the Wolfgang Steakhouse? Hello, that boy big. Thank you for coming. And I thought the price of the food there is just right, because I have no idea about the fancy thing. And then the waiter, the captain waiter asks, what's the special occasion? And then I just tell to the captain waiter that just a simple dinners. Painting in emotion. I hope good afternoon. Hi, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So we ordered porterhouse, and then we have cocktail drinks. That what is that? What is that, Frank? The island iced tea, the one, something like that. I forgot the name of that. That's a cocktail drinks, and then we have three type of side dish, including the mashed potato. And I'm not really comfortable. Long Long Island iced tea. Thank you, my love. So I'm not really comfortable eating on the fancy restaurant. There's two waiters, okay, and then there's a captain waiter. And then I just I just tell to myself, just I communicate to Frank, just mentally, mentally telepathy, like that. And then I tell to myself that, Frank, please tell this three people that's standing in front of us that I'm not really comfortable eating, they standing us. I'm very not comfortable about that. But I realized that it's a part of their job, the service, because Frank explained to me, "Hello, Filipina MTV." He told me that, oh, that's part of it's part of their job, because especially in a fancy restaurant. And you know what? After we eat, and then the captain waiter lend me the bills. Oh my God! Oh my God! I was shocked the price. And then just only the porterhouse and uh, three types of side dish, and then two cocktail drinks. Oh my God! The price, for regular Filipino, that's a big capital for their business. And then I told Frank, I'm the one, I'm the one who told him, Frank, this is the first and last I'm going here. And then he said, why? It's too expensive. But I love the food. But for me, it's too expensive. It's too expensive, my love. Too expensive, my goodness. And then he told me, no, sweetheart, you deserve that dinner. And I understand. I understand. I deserve that. But I hope you understand too that that's too much, you know. So if there's a, if especially for our birthdays, I don't go that, because here's the thing. If that amount of money that I pay, if I buy the porter steak, I save half of the price, the bills. If I gonna buy that in the supermarket and then cook here in the house. So I saved. So I told him, no, Frank, please, please, don't. I don't want. Capture her heart first. Try to not to get arrested by cheesing. Filipina MTV, they said Filipina love, said love, what heart? What heart? Allah. They said Filipina love hard. What do you mean hard? Hard. uh, well, it depends. It depends. I want a gentle, because you can tell, when it comes to gentle, Filipino MTV, if you're talking about, intimacy thing, I don't know. I'm really into the, the gentle, because once it gentles, it's just like you're dancing, you're dancing, and, once you dance, you enjoy, the rhythm. You enjoy the, the rhythm. You enjoy the melody. Where's my wine, Frank? Yeah. Miss Bunny, are you agree with that? Are you into the gentle or hard? Me, I love, gentle, because, I love the rhythm. I love, I love the melody. Okay. If she's running, she's not interested you. Oh, yeah. Well, it depends, Filipina MTV. Here's the thing that it depends, it depends, of course, once you've shown your motive into the, either men or women, if you've shown your motive that you want that hard or gentle, it's up to them if they will grab. Okay, so if they're not really interested, if you show motive to them, and then they're still ignored you, you better stop. You better stop. Because nothing happens about that. Okay. Qatar Airways.com book. Oh, you know what? Boots on Boots. Oh, book ticket November. Yeah, because, like I mentioned, coming here in the Philippines, that the cheapest flight from, from like, and states, or start in August, September, October, maybe in the middle of November. That's the cheapest, the cheapest plane ticket that you can avail. Okay, so MTV, yeah, it depends, if you like each other. So it here's, for me, if you like with each other, go with the, try, you know For me, I'm very, I'm very, uh, I try everything. You experiment. Okay, okay. So you try the gentle thing when it comes to intimacy. If you're not really satisfied about the gentle thing about intimacy, okay, that's the time you can try the hard, or the rough. So it's just like, if you feel good about the hard and the rough thing, okay, go enjoy. Enjoy. That's very, that's the only thing, guys, that if you love with each other, because no matter what you're gonna do when it comes to intimacy, you really appreciate with each other. Okay, if you really, if you're really in love with each other, it doesn't matter if it's gentle, it doesn't matter if it's hard or rough. If you love with each other, it it's just like, you enjoy your companion with each other. Okay. but but there's always follow up. But if you just only if that's only the man love the woman, and the woman just like, you're just a little person of love, you don't really enjoy about that. No matter what you're gonna do, or what kind of experimental you're gonna do for your, to please your partner, if she don't really love you, hi, me in the future, honey, Lilibet, it said it's okay. Oh yeah, what even it's okay? It's okay to apply, the gentle, the rough or hard. For me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for me. Puts and boots. For me, it doesn't matter, because I love my husband. He loves me, so we can experiment. Which one is best? Okay. So if you think that that's the hard part, or the hard, or the rough, if you think that you feel comfortable every time you do that, go, no problem, just enjoy, because that's the only, for the couple, that's very important. Yeah, I agree with you, Miss Money. Be experimental, be adventurous. Be adventurous. Yeah. As long you just do that in your partner, huh? Okay? Because they deserve, of course. Your partner deserve that kind of. So foreigner is very in demand in the Philippines now. Yeah, I can tell that, but it's according how. It's according how they treated Filipino women on Filipina MTV. But if they're serious, yeah, they will successfully find a good mate, particularly Filipino women. Oh, you know, this is, if you love your partner, Miss Money, and you feel in love with each other, it's so hard to explain, the feeling that, this is what I always, you know it's a profound love. Oh my God, that's so deep. Profound love. Do you believe that? Ah, profound love. I don't know, Filipina MTV. Here's my thought process. If your partner, uh, if it's, if particularly if it's a Western man, if he's loyal, he's caring and loving to you, of course, you do everything. You do everything for him also. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, my opinion, or my comment about that? Because that's the way I do. That's the way I do, because he deserved he deserved more love than he gave to me. like I said, for those Western men, that if you love your if you love your partner, if you love your girlfriend, if you love your wife, we guarantee you guys that we're gonna pay you double love, double care. Everything is in double. Lilibet, you are certainly rising. Hold on. It's so hard to go on the okay. Okay, here we go. What happened if you are sexually incompatible? One likes it's rough, the other gentle. Should they continue the relationship it because incompatible? Okay. So for me, that's a good question, Matipid na Lolo. That's a rough, it's a kind of rough question. Okay, but for me, I have to talk to my partner. Okay, if I like gentle and he likes hard or rough, I'm gonna ask who go first. Okay, who go first? But I have it's just like in a relationship, guys, you have to also to accept the things that your partners like in love. You have to learn to accept that. Okay, so you cannot ignore, because in a relationship, I consider that it's a team. So you have also to accept that thing, that the thing that you don't really into that, but you have to learn also to accept that, because in a relationship, not only you gave, you also take. So that's my explanation on Matipid na Lolo. So I think if you learn, well, at first, you don't really, you don't comfortable, but in your mind, that you learn to accept that. I think it will do smoothly, because okay, so I'm gonna do this first. Who's gonna do first? Because in a relationship, communication is always open. It's always in that position. So okay, if your husband will do that, okay, because it's just like you pleased him, and then he pleased you. So it's just like the thing, who gonna do first? Okay, so that's the way I look in your question, Matipid na Lolo. Oh, I really appreciate that, because yeah, like you said, that not all are into the on that thing. Yeah, that's a I appreciate that, Matipid na Lolo. It makes you makes me think deeper when it comes to things like that. That's a good question. I appreciate that from you, Matipid na Lolo. So yeah, that's guys, I'm apologize, because some of the question I don't really look at, because there's a lot sending, they're sending, because this is not a StreamYard. This is directly on my YouTube channel, because I'm almost running out my hours. So I'll just save that for my weekend live panel. So I apologize, if your question I don't really read right away, because that's because it's so hard, unlike in StreamYard, that I can pin, your comment, and then the comment is still coming up. No, I can't do that, I can't do that, to go live in YouTube. So yeah, I appreciate that, question from you, Matipina Lolo. So that's very interesting. It's a kind of rough. It's a kind of rough question, but I love that. I love that. So that's how that's my explanation, or Matipina Lolo. Because in a relationship, you always, you also learn, the bad side, or the dislike of your partner, not always go on the like thing. So you have to, vice versa, husband and wife must, this is must learn how to accept, that kind of situation when it comes to couple relation. So yeah, any question, guys? Nobody nobody send me a question. Okay, so this is the last, the last part that I gonna share with you guys about Filipinas characteristic is Filipinas, we always put others first over ourselves. Filipina are very unique breed of woman. I agree with that. That's why there's a lot of Western men married to a Filipina, because we have a very unique breed of personality, or breed of characteristic. So I really appreciate, guys, that I think it's I'm already reached my 2 hours time limit. So yeah, thank you so much for those sponsor. Okay, so here we go. Frank Tate, I think depends on your level commitment. Not everybody has an unconditional love. Okay, Puts and Boots, if my wife gets sick and I kiss her and hope he get sick too, so we can suffer together. Romeo and Juliet. I must start running if you don't want car fall over you. Okay. You should not marry if you don't have a kind of love for a person. Exactly, Frank. Okay. Wait a minute, Manny. Okay. Shuffle. Part of the finding a partner is committing to overcome in disagreement. It is a commitment. Yeah, I agree with that, Shuffle. Unfortunately, from Matipid na Lolo, unfortunately for many loves is not unconditional. It was a divorce, abandonment, annulment, etc. would not happen. Manny, I'm watching you. Whoops, ha ha ha, bad kiss. Okay. Okay. No, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Manny, puts on boots. Don't worry about that. Manny, she's a smart woman. She knows what happened. Okay, I'm still alive. Okay. So, okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so I'll just thank you to my wait, hold on. It's been so many. The one who sent me he's the sponsor for tonight, my show. Let me find you, because Okay, hold on. So thank you so much, guys. I hope that we still do like this. I love sharing ideas, thoughts.
You should also be in the family, please. You join the family.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you. Hold on, Frank. Let me find his name. Thank you so much. Who's his name? If there's if I'm a good singer, I really.
Was it Dave or something like
You're not sure on. Wait, let me check before I end my life, because I appreciate it. No, don't feel, guys. All of you, I appreciate it. Okay. I've just before I start, I start the show. I just practice, the song of, who's the song, who's the singer, that Frank de la Pente. I'm singing Deo, Deo, like that. Are you familiar with that, guys? Oh, Scat in the World.
that? Harry Belafonte.
Harry de la Fuente. I try to sing that. Thank you so much, Scotch. Oops. Thank you so much, Scotch. I appreciate that. And also for those coming here. So I just practicing that, uh, daylight come in and wanna go home. Day, Mr. Dale. Because, it's just like, I love that song. Tali man, tali me, banana. Daylight come in, they wanna make 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. So I practice that, because I want to sing also. I just want to give entertain to all, to all of you guys. But sad to say that my voice is not really as good as Filipina Charmsky or Miss Money. I have a sick voice, like a sick frog. So thank you so much, Scotch in the World. You're the sponsor for my show tonight. Thank you so much. So I really appreciate that. So okay, guys. So thank you. Before I end this live, I really appreciate your time, your effort, and I really appreciate your questions, and your comment about the subject that I discussed. So I hope for those Western men still looking for their right mate. Never stop. uh, Believe yourself that at the end of the day you will find a good mate. Okay, just keep believing on yourself, because here in the Philippines there's so many Filipino women willing to spend their time with you, as long as you're gonna tell your intention. You shown love, you shown respect, you shown care. They do same way on you. So again, thank you so much and have a good day. Bye.